You all hear me okay? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can you all hear me? Okay, I guess that'll work. I hate when Discord does that. Can you hear me now? Sweet. Okay. So today we got old Five Below here. Should be coming out right now. Five is popping off here. Porter ran out of here quick. I didn't mean for him to have to do that, but the other one is FVR. It's front view. May not be that exciting, but we'll watch Five Below here for a second, and then we can go over some of the PAL stuff today. So Five Below popped there for a second. I'm just going to take this other one off my screen here. We'll just watch old Five Below. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you guys can ask questions as well. This won't be a super long stream as earnings streams typically are, but yeah, I mean, it's typically you get an opposite reaction. It's like you get the initial reaction from the number coming out, right? And then 30 minutes later, Powell comes on, and a lot of the times we see the market reverse. I think today it actually was like the opposite of that. It just kind of continued trend. And then obviously, kind of right after he stopped talking, it did come down a little bit, but that's almost like a sell the news scenario, right? He gets done talking, momentum kind of dies out of the market, comes back down. It's just kind of market psychology. Let's see here. What was the decision today? I haven't read into it yet. Let's see. They held the central bank's decision to hold interest rates at 4.25% to 4.5% extends a pause. It's been say the same. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. It looks like, yeah. I mean, obviously that's not like great news, but it looks like they're going to keep the same exact kind of plan that they've been having. Let me check out Five Below real quick. Popping off again here. Let's see here. By the end of the year, officials estimate that core inflation, which strips out volatile food and energy prices, will stay stuck at 2.8% before declining 2.2% in 2027. Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing I'm noticing is, well, obviously, like some food prices aren't going to be involved in that, but like egg prices came down pretty significantly, at least on the chart. I don't know that I'm seeing that in the grocery store, but orange juice was another one. Orange juice futures. Have y'all seen that as well? That came down a lot. It was at like $12 or something a gallon. Let me see here. Orange juice price today. So over the year, so it was kind of at its peak back in August, like late August. I'll send a little chart in here for y'all, but you can see what orange juice did of all things. I know that's not the most exciting thing in the world, but that's one thing I saw recently. Let's look at the egg chart. These kind of things could be in could be in CPI, but yeah, look at the egg chart here. kind of the same thing. So that's why I figure that maybe interest rates could come down, but this is more inflationary stuff. So yeah, you guys on YouTube, unfortunately, you can't see those charts, but it's in Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, this is a free stream there. If you would like to join, I could put the link up on the screen as well. Let's see here. Where is it? There we go. Really, you don't do cuts? That sucks. Yeah, I mean, I try to buy the better like pasture raised or whatever, and I mean like $8. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just still just kind of crazy. It's almost $1 an egg. It's just insane. I saw them at around 10 at one point, so I know they have come down. Yeah, start stocking up on eggs. They've come down a lot, and the one above that TNT is orange juice futures. This is like a commodity stream at the moment. Five Below looks this isn't going to be a very exciting one, so it looks like they did decently well. Stocks up a little bit, not a whole lot. Could come back down after the earnings call, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Whoa, what's up, Spy? What happened here? It's kind of interesting. Yeah, onward. I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, that's gross, dude. Go with like the yellow yolks in them. They should be more orange. But yeah, so cool. I didn't take any trades today, guys. I feel like most people maybe just took some really small kind of scalpy trades. Um, I tend to not trade on FOMC days. That's just statistically, at least from looking back at my trades in the past, I don't trade well on FOMC days, just high impact news days. So I tend to stay away. Plus, there wasn't really any like awesome setups. Um, we had a down day yesterday, and now we're back up today. Like Tesla, super weak yesterday. I would like to have traded that 220 break. I thought this setup was good, and I think we may see one last new low under 220 here, but we'll see. I may start some sort of equity position. You guys can see my note there by equities under 220. So I'll start kind of dollar cost averaging in the Tesla, I think. I mean, just to me, this being down so much, I know most of you guys at Discord have heard this spiel before, but to me, this is a major overreaction to things. I don't know how a company that, to me, nothing's really changed with Tesla, right? Tesla's still the same company it was in December when it was at its all-time highs. Maybe like deliveries are slowing a little bit, or like whatever, but that doesn't mean a 50% pullback should be, should happen. Yeah, sure. I think a lot of this move is just Trump being involved in, the government more. He's close with Trump. Even, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but even like some Tesla cars and some of the charging ports have been set on fire the last couple of days. That shouldn't even really bring the stock down a ton. I mean, obviously it could make it have a red day, but not, again, to me, none of this stuff, even if it was like double as bad, should be down this much. So I think Tesla's one of my top longer term equity buy watches, starting to get under 220, anywhere from 220 to 200. I'm gonna be buying into that for sure. So long term, I think we could see Tesla all time high by the end of the Trump presidency, especially if Tesla gets helped out just because Elon is close with Trump and close in the government now. Not that that should happen, but there's a very high chance that it could. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I've been day trading it on the way down, and it's almost time to buy it back up. So I think even anywhere under 250, this could be the base, right? And I think I don't want this to be all about Tesla and Elon, but I think Elon's done nothing to try to hurt the country by any means. I mean, he just saves people that have been stuck in space for 9 months. His SpaceX guys went up there and did that. He's finding a lot of corruption and fraud in the government. I think that how could he look at that as a bad thing? Sure, people are losing jobs, but if they're getting paid to do nothing, why would our taxpayer dollars why should they go to that? And I saw a interview with him today, like a 20-minute video, but I watched the whole thing. And at one part, they kind of asked him, like, why do you think all this stuff is happening? And he goes, well, it turns out when people stop getting paid, fraudulently, they get upset. And I'm like, yeah. If I was getting a check every month that I didn't deserve, I'd be mad if that faucet got turned off too, So I don't know. To me, that just kind of goes even more into the thesis of this Tesla chart being down so much. Yeah, no, they did. They did. He has Starlink, which has helped people with and during natural disasters as well. That's saved lives. I don't know how anyone could have a bone to pick really with Elon. Sure, there's maybe a few things, but to me, none major. So, and I just to kind of wrap this up, no matter what you think about Elon, that doesn't mean that a stock like Tesla should be down over 50% from its all-time highs. So 20% pullback, okay, granted. 50% to me is insane. But what does that leave for us to the upside? That leaves a 100% gain to the upside. If we drop 50%, that means that we have a 100% gain to the upside. So that, to me, I would love to take advantage of that. And it's not something I'm going to do with options just because I don't want to have to deal with it day to day. I've kind of like set up a different account where I've been sending money to as of today. And Breckle and Duco, they kind of got onto me last night, and I appreciate that because I'm doing it. I'm getting things set up, and Ethan's going to create a long-term portfolio. So that's it's time, and I'm so glad that they talked about it last night because I've been telling myself I'm waiting for some sort of real pullback, especially one that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it's right in front of me, and it never really crossed my mind. But if I'm trading with less than 10% of my account, well, why have that money just kind of sitting there? I get like a very, very, very small interest on that money and that account. So yeah, I should, TNT. I should. Yeah. Yeah, no, I give you all credit. I mean, it's time. What better time for me to do this right now? I think that Tesla is definitely going to be where the majority of the capital will go. Like not over 50%, but I would say a solid 25-30%, just because of what this gain could give us. I want to get involved in Meta. I think that this does have a lot of potential as well. I mean, I don't think it's going anywhere, but then again, it's almost $600 a share. So it kind of sucks to, I don't want to buy like 2-3 shares, 4 or 5 shares of it. So that's kind of where I'm iffy on that. I think like, Google to me is a good one. It's a little bit cheaper on the share side. Part of me wants to try to buy Apple. But to me, Apple's just, I'm not going to see that return on Apple. So, I mean, I don't know. What would you guys think? If I could, well, I'd definitely be buying a video. I can tell you that. I would like to see 110, but with the news today, I don't know that I'm going to see that. Anywhere around 115 to 100, I'm okay with buying in. I'm not going to buy everything at once as well. So this is also stuff I'll buy and not look at for 5 years. So Tesla, Nvidia. Ooh, I could do a meta 2 times. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. I guess I could do TSLL too. I don't know. And VDL too. But I'll have to deal with 2 times the volatility. Microsoft also just a little expensive per share. I mean, I can imagine like when Amazon was $3,000 a share, that Google's over 2,000, Tesla was over 1,000. Buying shares then would have sucked. But obviously they all split. Amazon, I think, may be a good one as well, especially at the spot it's in right now. Probably going to be, I should write this down. That's not good. Yeah. Boom. Boom. TSLY. Yeah. I think, these honestly would be smart considering I'm not putting like 100 grand into this stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Tesla doesn't really give dividends, right? Amazon doesn't either. Meta does. Microsoft does. Google does. 1 second. Anyways, I don't know. This is just kind of like the thought process I'm going through at the moment, which I think is good. It's stuff that I should be doing. One second here. Did you guys see the XRP stuff? It looks like their SEC trial is just about finished. It spiked up today, pretty nice. I don't think it's finalized yet. I think it's like, I didn't the SEC guy kind of like get, I don't know, fired pretty much. So I think that was a big reason for the spike as well. I'm pretty sure the lawsuit going on between the two is not over yet. What is it about? I'm talking about like the XRP, the crypto. They've been in a lawsuit with the SEC for a long time, and that's kind of why it's come down. It was down so much for a long time, and now it's kind of popped back up. So I think that if this does get finalized, that it's over and XRP is fine, and it's like legitimately done, XRP will go $4 or $5 very quickly too. I think in like a matter of a week or maybe a month. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all's thoughts are on that, but I'm probably gonna wrap things up here decently soon. I'll check out Five Below again real quick. Pretty decent move actually. Pretty decent move here. About, I don't know, $5. $5 move on a $75 stock. It's almost 10%. pretty solid. But any other questions or tickets you guys want me to look at before I head out of here? I don't have a lesson tonight, but tomorrow, free live trading in the morning and coaching lesson tomorrow night. The ticker for Five Below is FIVE. So it's like spelling the number 5. Lockheed, yeah. So I haven't really checked out defense today. My watch list looks like they're doing little something here with the new stuff going on. Yeah, I mean, I look at this and I think that I'm not super interested in it right here. If we break this uptrend, like to me, like Lockheed, Raytheon, and what's the other one? Maybe GM. I'm just not interested in those technical wise ever. I would like to trade those with news because those are defense stocks. Or anytime there's like a new war starting or whatever, that's when there's going to be volume, and that's where you're going to get some good trades on it. Yeah, it did look good off the. I mean, that thing gapped up too. Breckle, you caught that, didn't you? Yeah, PLTR too. I mean, you can kind of consider that a defense stock as well. That had a pretty decent day, but I don't know. Maybe I can add some PLTR to the mix. I hate buying it up this high, even though it did get to 125. It's had an unbelievable run already the last like 6 months. So look at this. Oof. Nice, Freckle. Yeah, I think it's today. If you didn't take a trade, I think that's really good, and I'm kind of proud of that. If you took some small little scalps, I'm also proud of that as well. There's zero reason to take big size trades on a high impact news day. Tomorrow and Friday could be good, but especially early. I mean, I've taken one trade this week, and it lasted like 5 minutes. That's it, and good trade. I'm not up a crazy amount this week at all, but it's like if I can catch another trade by the end of the week, I mean, it could easily be $1,000 a week, $1,500 a week. Not that crazy. It's just it's not an exciting week. It's much better to be safe than sorry, guys. If you can find that consistency and just use risk management in all senses, it's go a lot further than really just trying to go for home runs and force it. I would be extremely disappointed in you, Duco. Cool. Well, last call. Any other tickers or questions you would like me to go over, guys? I know, Duco. I was proud of that. I love that. Someone else, I think it was Onrod. He said, I couldn't watch the charts. So my motto is if I can't see it, I can't trade it. I was like, you know what? That's pretty good. I would hope that's the case for everyone. QBTS, some quantum stuff, huh? I know those have kind of popped off again recently. They came back down after that initial news after NVIDIA kind of said that it was going to take a long time. But they've been going off the last couple of days. So, I mean, this is just not something that I'm going to be like touching in this range. If you actually think it'd go higher, cool. I would trade this from a technical standpoint, right? If we break this downtrend here, kind of get over $11.50 around this area, that's to me where I'd be looking for a breakout back to the highs and probably up to about $13, $14. But I think that these kind of stocks need more so news rather than just technicals. IONQ is another one. All these just ran a couple days ago, so it's like you got the initial push, and they're just kind of bull flagging down, right? Oh, that's not the thing I wanted. They're just kind of bull flagging here. So if they break and you see a volume spike, boom, maybe you can get a pop on these up in this direction. Other than that, I have no interest in trading them. So I would just keep them on a side watch them, set alerts, right? Alerts, guys, are is like one of the most important tools, I think, in all of trading, right? You can learn how to draw trend lines, whatever, that's easy stuff. But alerts are extremely important, and I use them probably more than I draw price levels and trend lines, whatever, because if there's a setup like this, right, and I don't have it up on a screen where I'm watching it constantly, I set an alert, $2 away, depending on the stock. Right? If it's Tesla, maybe I put it, $10 away, or for a longer term sense, like maybe a stock that I don't watch a lot, put an alert semi close to where the area is that I want to be trading, and I may not look at it for months, and I will get an alert. Boom, this is at this random price and that I forgot about, and sweet, boom, the setup's actually setting up here, and we got it. I mean, I have alerts from 2 years ago that sometimes go off, and the stock is back where I want it. So, like, to me, guys, a perfect example of this. This is the last thing I'm going to go over before I get out of here. Is snow. So I have been waiting for this snow gap fill trade above 190 for a long time. And we got close to it just a couple days ago, back in here in kind of late February. We got close back to this like 195 level, right? Because we have this hit here for the gap. We got close to it here. And we hit it here. Above 195 and above 200, I think this thing could rip, especially if there's some news. So, I'm going to set alerts. I have one at 194. But that's to me a little too close. So I'm going to set one up here at like 185. So that's $10 away, right? So maybe in 6 months, snow can get back up here, and boom, I'll get the alert on my phone. I'll get it on here. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet. Snow's back up here. I'm ready to trade it. And I can put it on my watch list. So I can keep it on watch as we get closer, and then, I can trade it. Those little things can make you a lot of money just by doing the basic stuff, doing the fundamental stuff. If you don't do that, you can miss out on many trades, and you can miss out on a lot of money. So it's as simple as doing that, guys. Sometimes it really is. It's just the fundamentals of always being, aware of things around you. I've showed this to a lot of people also, but I'll show it to you guys. I think there's a couple new guys in the Discord. But this is also one of the most important things that I have as well. It's because I can watch all these different sectors at once. I got tech there in the top middle, consumer, crypto, communication, cybersecurity, airlines and defense, healthcare, and shipping. So, I mean, obviously there's other sectors, but that top middle and that bottom middle are what I look at the most. And obviously the ones on the side, they're good to have there as well. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for being here. If you guys have any other questions, you can always reach out to me in the chat. And I hope to see you all at the free live trading tomorrow morning. All right. Adios.